My name is Linda. I live in Parkview community on Flanders Road. I moved here in November of 1998, and this area was a lot different then. The diner in the traffic circle was actually open. The gas station was open. The dollar store. There was a Sears. There were a lot more shops to go to. Not that they were big stores, but they were shops. And the place that's now called El Mariachi was a social club. We used to actually be able to hear the gunshots. So the crime in the area now is hidden. Then it was kind of right out in the open. You could see the prostitutes on Flanders Road. You could hear the gunshots. I moved out here because a mobile home community was affordable housing for my husband and I. It was a co-op, so that we had some input into how our money was spent, and that made a big difference to us because sooner or later we were going to be on limited incomes.
And what year did you move out here?
1998.
Great.
Winter of 98 we moved here. And it was different. I didn't even know that this was part of Southampton until I moved here, because we all have a Riverhead address. I took it for granted we lived in Riverhead. Didn't find out till after we moved here that it was actually Southampton.
And how did you find out?
After talking to neighbors and finding out, okay, this is not Riverhead, this is Southampton. And, then realized, okay, we're not where we thought we were, but it was still fine. The housing was affordable. It was our own home. We could pursue the things we like to do, like read, garden, yard work, things like that were easier to do in a smaller area. But the house was a lot bigger than the studio apartment that we lived in before that. Made a big difference to me. This was my first home that I actually owned. So that was a big step for me. It was like, okay, pat my chest, got it, the American dream.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I still like it.
Right. Great.
And
can you talk about some of the businesses that were, you said the diner?
The diner was here. There was a Sears shop here. There was a social club here. The gas stations in the circle were here. The dollar store was here. Now everything is boarded up, and there's nothing here.
Right. What about the housing? Was there more housing at the time? Because there's
A lot of it is boarded up. It wasn't boarded up then, but it is boarded up now. There were more people. You could see people when you walked out of my community. There were people. The schools were here, so I thought that was a good thing because that put a different mix of age groups into the area where I lived. I live in a family park, which I like because if I can't shovel snow, I can rent a kid. If I can't mow the lawn, I can rent a kid. And that to me was a big issue. Knowing that at that time I had just broken my neck, so I knew there were limits to what I could do. And being able to avail myself of neighborhood kids made a big difference for me.